It's no news that Nigeria beat South Africa on penalties to advance to the 2023 AFCON finals. It's good to be here once more, and this is Fancy Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. With me on this show today is no other than the prophet of the prophet of football. Oh my God, my goodness. How was it? How was the nerve? How was the tension? So Arinzechi, the sport prophet and the sports whatever. Today I give you all the names in the world.
Any nomenclature you want to add to sports, I'll take it. Sport doctor, sport bishop, sport prophet, sport magistrate, sport pilot, I'll take it. See, I'm very happy right now, as you can see, that the Super Eagles of Nigeria have soared. They've stood high. Come on, a bit of a heart attack, but they found their way back, and they finally given Nigeria something to smile on this beautiful day. I'll be happy. I think Abuja is jumping. If you can hear from me, see the background. There's music playing over Abuja capital. People are screaming in the high heavens. You see the scream from the estate I'm staying after that final result. You know that Nigerians really were waiting. With eyes locked at their TV screen, hoping that the Super Eagles will soar past the Bafana of South Africa, and finally they have done it. 4 times Nigeria has met South Africa at the African Cup of Nations. 4 times have Nigeria soared far above them and qualify for the next round. So it tells you that the Super Eagles is not just any team; it's a powerful team, it's a big team, and I tell you, this is why we love the beautiful game.
Yes, I have to bring my bias in full now. You know, in the last show we had, let me, but my bias has to be in full now. I think well done to the Eagles. So well done. I think both teams put on a shift. South Africa, it was for South Africa, it was a huge ask for them to go on another match again on extra time. I think they've played 120, 122 for almost 240 minutes of football for South Africa, for the South African side. Kudos to them. I think they've done marvelously well. I thought they would just melt away as the match continues to progress. But this South African side has proven that they have come with a lot of experience. Credit to their coach, Hugo Bruce, who in the second time asking wants to win the Nations Cup. But this time around, I think he just can't do it because I think the Eagles were too disciplined, and everything went on for both teams until that penalty where South Africa were too confident. They were overconfident that Roland Williams would save all the penalty just as he did against Cape Verde. But this is an experienced Nigerian side, and the Nigerian side have watched those penalties. Me and you watched those penalties as well, and we also discovered that the Cape Verdeans lack the experience, even with the likes of Baby in their team and others. They lack the experience to take up penalties. But the Nigerian side have experience, and they have players that have been there. They've done it and they've seen it all when it comes to taking up penalties.
Okay, let's talk about the penalty before we talk about the game in particular. Did you see the penalty of Kenneth Omeruo?
Yeah, that's absolutely top notch.
It was brought in the water.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So brought in the water at 20th minute, and the controller was screaming, "Why bring the player who hasn't touched the ball, hasn't warmed up to face the Williams 20 minutes?" And I was laughing at the background. I think I was watching my dad, and I was laughing at the background. I was laughing for 2 reasons. One, this is a guy who has won this tournament before. He has seen it all. He has done it all. He's one of the leaders in that team. When he came to the game, he was even leading the attack because he knew that if they get the penalty, look at the way he was so calm. He practically rolled the ball. See, as much as you want to say that Robert Williams is I think he's one of the best goalkeepers. To me, it's the best goalkeeper in this tournament. I think it's the best.
I think with what happened today, I think Nwabali I'll move Nwabali second to him in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Nwabali has proven himself that he deserves the number 1 shirt. I think he wasn't tested, but in this game, he was tested, he was trusted, he was everything in this game that those other 2 keepers on the bench can't be. I think he has proven himself.
Absolutely. Look at the penalties. They were not experienced. So when you have experienced players taking penalties, one is to be a good penalty taker. 1, 2 is to know the magnitude of the pressure. You know the pressure that's on the players when they're taking those penalties. You need to Ekong. Well, he not knew the goalkeeper was gonna. So he practically smashed that ball. If the goalkeeper's hand was close to that ball, he would have broken his fingers. He smashed that ball. He didn't even go for. He smashed it hard. Omeru rolled the ball one angle, sent goalkeeper the wrong way. Come on, Terry Murphy showed why. See, he's one of the top scorers in the French league. Oh, and we saw that again. Even for all I know, he sent goalkeeper one way. Unfortunately, he was going for the audacious, the move. And then found the ball to the fans. I thought, if I kept that ball down, it would have been a goal. So, kudos to the boys. They kept their cool. South Africa were super confident. Even after the red card, they were like, we're going to penalty. We have the goalkeeper that can save. By the time Mokwena had missed the first penalty, Mokwena
that
was a morale booster. Nwabali needed to save that penalty to prove if the goalkeeper of South Africa had saved the penalty of William Troost Ekong, that would have turned the tide. Because those were the two best players in the teams. So when he saved the penalty, I just looked and said, "Come on, Nigeria will win this one." You know what it means to save your best player? That means even your best can be saved. What are we? And you can see that he practically followed all. He saved the two penalties, and the one he did not save was just very close and very tight. So, what a good. See, Nwabali has proven to me. You know, I keep saying that they're not tested. They're not tested. They're not tested. Today, I forgot about what happened in that picture when the pressure told the most in front of over 20,000 fans. Nwabali is too tall, saved 2 penalties out of 3, and sent Nigeria to the first AFCON in over 10 years. That is history in the making. He might not have kept a clean sheet. He might not have kept a clean sheet, but the boy did his job. I'm beginning to fall in love with the guy. You know me, it takes a lot for me to fall in love with the player. I must be absolutely sure that this guy is the real deal for me to this guy. When I tell you players, when I told you about Ronald Williams, even before I started making his heroes, this guy is the real deal. Then I followed him up from Super Sports. When it was a Super Sports, when he was the captain of Super Sports, and then he had the likes of Grobel, he had the likes of their former captain Foreman. They were with him at Super Sports, and then he left Super Sports when it was Gavin Hunt, the coach of Super Sports in South Africa. He left Super Sports from already Sundowns to join the biggest boys in South African football, and the boy has evolved from the captain of Super Sports to the captain of Sundowns to the captain of the Bafana of South Africa. It tells you only one thing, that the boy is the best goalkeeper in the league, and that's now Nwabali is going to take the bosses. I don't think he will stay too long in Chippa United. The club from Europe will come knock him because the boy has shown that he's got guts, he's got confidence. No, he won't make his mistakes, obviously. He won't make his mistakes, but come on. The boy has shown, I will make my mistakes and I will surely learn from it. So kudos to Nwabali.
Yeah.
I can now officially announce to Nigerians, no, they will be waiting for my verdict. The bishop, Nigeria has finally got the #1 goalkeeper after Kali Keme. Sealed, signed, and delivered. Exactly. He's not the finished article, but there is milk in there. All we need to do is milk the cow, invest in the man, and the boy will surely improve. So kudos to the players for coming there now on the penalty shootout. Kudos to Nwabali for doing it.
Oh, the sport bishop, we're losing you. Hello, the sport bishop. Okay, kindly subscribe to Fancy Football. If you are watching, kindly subscribe, kindly like this video as we are watching.
Were sent to the hush, to the.
Oh, this. Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Go ahead.
I can hear you. Yeah. I think finally South Africa will be sent to the hush arena, where they are told to shush, and they will shush. You know, there be a lot of back and forth about how South Africa will finally break the jinx that they have. I listened to Neil Tove, one of their legends, who won the AFCON in 1996, saying that South Africa used to be the boogie boss of Nigeria, but no longer anymore, and the tide are beginning to turn. Boy, the tide has turned no further. 15 meetings, 8 wins, only 2 wins. Has the tide really turned? Only 1 win in a competitive game. Just one. And you said the tide have turned? The answer is no.
This is the closest that they have come in pimping Nigeria. This is the closest that they have come, and we also need to watch it going forward. Kindly send us a comment and tell us about this victory. Send your comment if you are watching us. Send your comment. We are here live on here. We are here the next 20 minutes. Okay, let's go to the game proper. Let's look at the first half. The first half was a little bit of mix. We've seen the South Africa love keeping the ball on the ground.
Did you say mix? The first half was awful. Was excruciating to watch.
Yes, but let me use the word mix. Why I'm using the word mix is that
I didn't play anything that first half. I was watching somebody like, so did you say that Nigeria would dominate this game and sit back? Do you know what they did? The coaching, shout out to Hugo Bruce. Today he showed why he's one of the top coaches in Africa and why he won the AFCON with Cameroon in 2017. He showed that why today. What he did, I told you, if South Africa would have to get something from this game, what they have to do is simple. Get possession of the ball and then ensure that they break the defense of the Super Eagles, which he did with ease in the first half. He realized that the Super Eagles center back, Calvin Bassey, William Truss Egong, and Samloga Ajayi, they are leggy, they hate to run. So what did he do? He told his players, put the ball behind them and let them run. And I'm telling you, they were all over the place. They had no answer. Pesitao had a few days. Pesitao should have scored 2 or 3. Evidence Makopa should have scored 2 or 3. Mokwena also had a chance. He placed wide. And also some from beautiful goalkeeping from Stanley Nwabali. Were beautiful save from Evidence Makopa late in his first half. Kept Nigeria 0-0 at halftime. It was very. People were calling me. I was, what were you saying? You said Nigeria was going to win. I had calls. I was not picking, man. I was not picking.
It was full of mix for the Super Eagles it was bad, but it wasn't that bad because you can only beat what is in your front. I think the South Africans knew that they had the pace and they had to throw the long ball. Yeah, how many of those long balls went behind the defense?
I can call 4 chances that created.
A lot of yes, a lot of
had a chance to hit the ball. He hit the ball straight to Nwabali. Evidence Makopa after a long ball. Put the ball back for Evidence. Evidence placed the ball very well. Nwabali is too tall and saved again. There was another chance again that Makwena had. He blazed wide. And also Evidence, who if he had a good control, have been front of the front of goalkeeper, but his control saved him. But I must call out the positive from the first. What's the positive? You know when you play in a league that you know this, he knows these players. Talk about Nwabali Stanley. He knows that they want to play long. What does he do? He is always anticipating the long ball.
Yes.
He was always anticipating it. So he played a part in Nigeria going goalless at first half. For every long ball that beat William Truss Ekong, Calvin Bassey, or Samloga Ajayi, there was a Stanley Nwabali to come in and fight for the ball and get it. So most of the chances he would have considered, Nwabali came in. As I said today, he showed, see, a group that have a high IQ. The will not do it. They will be in the South Africa, they will not learn. But you don't know this is what football is all about. He was always, as a boy, I thought it was a sweeper keeper. I thought it was Mananoya in our goal. He was already down 30 yards, 40 yards to clear the ball. You know, I'm like, wow. His interception, his timing was spot on today. You know, I was one of those who complain about the fact that he rushes out too much. Now I understand why he plays in South Africa League. They play too much long ball. Today, that rushing out has helped us a lot because by halftime we should be 2 or 3 down. But he's too tall. He kept us in the game. And I tell you, I think that's the first half person will want to forget in a hurry. But the second half, the tide changed. We'll come to the second half, but I think the first half, the Super Eagles, at some point I was like, what's going on? Is Pesaro not watching this game? This is what the coach will earn his coin, but unfortunately, he did not earn his coin. The same players came in the second half and understood. See, this is why I need to give kudos to William Truss Ekong. What a player that guy has been.
What a leader. What a leader. What a leader.
See, he wants to win this. Absolutely. He wants to win this AFCON. He wants to win it badly. Last time he was here, he got to the semi-finals and were beaten and sent packing by Algeria. That freaking by Daniel Akpe and Riyad Mahrez, the movie. I think we can go watch that on any other platform. The guy wants to win it. You know, he was caught up for some time now. And I asked myself, who is the leader in this backline? Big shout out to Kenneth Omeruo who played this part in the penalty shootout, but I'll come to that. I've already talked about that already. He's a leader. He's an absolute leader. And he came in, he started the ship. What he did was instead of them playing a 3-man-2, he himself thought about Truss Ekong. Now, who was supposed to play the last man, pushed and joined the midfield, and then it caused a lot of problems in South Africa. And that's started creating chances. Osimhen started head the ball over the bar, and then they created like 3 or 4 chances, which they got a goal from the penalty spot. Osimhen, wonderful finish. But there was I was almost, see, I never look much go and thank his stars. He would have not slept well this night. That chance he missed, that pass from Samuel Chukwueze in between defenders where he wanted to go down goalkeeper. All that was scoop the ball at goalkeeper and Nigeria would be singing 2 goals to nil. And all this drama of penalty, no goal, VAR would have not happened. But he tried to go down the goalkeeper and Roman Williams, where the goalkeeper that guy is. I must say, see, that guy is blessed with that guy. The way he scooped the ball off the leg of Ademola Lookman showed tactical and showed his tactical ability and his experience, and the fact that he's been there in this, he's quite young. He's been there for so long a time. So massive. So I tell you, in the second half, they began to create chances. Through Echo began to add a number to the midfield, and that became more dominant. They got the goal, and then Pesero happened. Now, why do I call Pesero? Why I say he always lets the team down when the team needs him more? What was the use for the Al Hassan Yusuf substitute?
Exactly.
It was anybody who was terrible in that play was Al Hassan Yusuf. I said the fact that he was our best player in the first game was because the guy he played with awful players. The tank talking about Frank Onyeka did not turn up, and Iwobi did not turn up. Everybody did not turn up, so he looked like the best player in the midfield. But the boy is immature. He's not ready yet. I've watched him in Belgium. I've watched him play for Super Eagles, and I keep saying he wasn't ready yet. As much as it's just like there's juice there. We all know that there's juice there, but they need time for the juice to get matured for you to milk that juice that he's got. The guy will come good the next 3 or 4 years. He looks like the guy who will take off from the Frank Onyekas, the Ndidis of this world. But he was not ready yet. Look at that decision. That one bad decision in the 18-yard box. Because that goal scored by Victor Osimhen. One of the beat-up play from Lukman, Bright Osei Samuel and Osimhen. I thought they were 2-0 up, but VAR happened. We went back to that challenge, and rightly so. That was a penalty. That was a crazy challenge, a crazy challenge, an uncultured challenge, an inexperienced challenge from an inexperienced player. He was not ready for this stage. Think about Al Hassan Yusuf. That change was not the right change to make. But thank God in the extra time he brought in 2 experienced with Kelechi and Terry Murphy, who again turned the tide around. We tried to get a goal. Unfortunately, it was brought down. A red card happened, and they held an penalty. But I tell you, yet again, the person will not look back at that game and said he got it wrong with the first changes. Why take out Alex Iwobi? Why take out? Okay, Frank Onyeka was getting tired towards the ending. I quite agree with the fact getting Onyeka out and getting in somebody else who is quite solid in talking about his name. The guy brought Enacho. But let me be sincere. What happened? The Al Hassan change was not necessary.
It wasn't.
It wasn't necessary. You have a player who have been playing for the Super Eagles for the time. Bright, this guy, this midfielder talking about is it Onyedika Raphael? Yeah, the guy who plays for Belgium in Standard. Is it Genk? Standard Liège? I beg your pardon. If I'm not mistaken, in Belgium. The boy has played for the Super Eagles before. You understand this? You understand the philosophy. And you went for Al Hassan Yusuf. I don't know who is propagating that young man into this team, or whether someone is in the ears of Pesero. Tell him play this boy, play this boy. But the boy will come good, but he's not ready yet. He's not absolutely not ready yet. He is not ready yet. He almost caused the Super Eagles this game. And I think Pesero should need to work on his reading of the game. You don't make changes for the sake of it. What this game has taught us is 2 things. Pesero has no attacking plan for the Super Eagles. He only has a defensive plan. Check out his changes. They're all defensive. And that's how you see defensive. He took out Demola Lukman, Simon for someone to say like for like. So all it was like when he needed to make attacking changes to help the team, he couldn't. When he took out Demola Lukman, he brought Iheanacho. He's not a winger, but because of Iheanacho's experience, he has played as a winger, played as a striker, played as a midfielder. He didn't really show. So he made a substitute bench. There was no place for Paul Onuachu in that bench. You are giving players who have not played a minute in the AFCON like Terry Murphy, and it's not for the experience they had. Nigeria would have suffered. So I think I don't think this guy has helped himself a lot, Pesero, in trying to get into the warm himself into the heart of Nigerians. But I must give kudos to the boys for fighting hard. They really fought like lions. They gave it their best shot after a terrible, in quote, a terrible first half. I was speaking to a journalist after the game, and I was like, so what were they doing in the first half? I said maybe they like I said, complacency. I won against it, and I think it showed in the first half. But the second half, they looked into it and said, come on. This is the semi-finals. There is no second chance here. We lose this game, we start afresh again next 2 years. It's going to be a long road. So I think they improved the second half, and by far the better team. They just have won that game in 90 minutes. They should have won that game in 120 minutes. But football is a cruel game. They took it to penalties. South Africa thought they would ride their luck again, but Nwabali happened. And yes, rightly so, Nwabali is the man of the match. And I think Nigerians right now will now sleep easy. Anytime we have an international game, knowing fully well we have a goalkeeper to look up to.
Okay, 32 minutes played between Ivory Coast and DR Congo, and it's still 0-0. Both sides are punching their weight in this match. Let's see who Nigeria will face in the AFCON final come Sunday 11th of February 2024. Let's see who Nigeria will play. Okay, let's go to the second half of the match. What did change in the second half of the match? Now, I think if you look at the second half of the match, something really changed. There was a press because we didn't press in the first match. There was a press, so
There was
that
a lot of
nullified.
press.
Yes, that nullified the South Africans from taking that long ball behind the defense and make them go short, so that we can go pound for pound, power for power with these guys. Yes, 1-on-1 with these guys. And kudos to Pesero in that area. I think spot on for him. Whether he was his idea, whether it was those other people's idea on the bench. Kudos to him. I think I appreciate what he did with regards to that. And Nigeria were able to move on in that match. Not until we got the penalty, because we started probing them left, right, center, probing them in all areas to see if we could break them down. But kudos to Pesero in that area. So, for you, tactically, that was what changed the tie. Stops because at the starting stage, the South Africans had almost 60% possession of the ball, and that was what. And they were really, and not even that. No, so you know, when you are playing football, for our viewers out there, when you play football, if you are not winning the second ball, you are in trouble. Go and ask anybody in football.
Exactly.
If you don't win the duels, yes, those duels, you are in trouble. So once those balls come in, make sure you win the second ball. And Nigeria did it in the second half. In the first half, they didn't do it much. They didn't win those second balls. But in the second half, they did. And because of that tactics, stop those long balls from going behind us, and ensure that the South Africans play the way we want them to play. And they did so. And spot on. So what's your take about that?
I think, like I said, Kudos has to go to Troost Ekong again. I see he will not leave my mouth until maybe after 8 weeks after the AFCON, at least 2 months. Because I'm a prophet for a reason. When I say get Ekong back. Now we had a penalty. Everybody's looking at Ekong to go and play it. But somebody didn't want to pick the ball. Everybody's scared. Ekong again, leader with the nerve. That was a nervy penalty, but if I the penalty that I got in. See, as I said, he understood that the fact they wanted to go long. What did he do? They press. How did they press? He himself, Ekong, was not the man playing the extra man in midfield. Whenever they have the ball, he pushes to the midfield and gives us a 3 base with Iwobi, Onyeka, and himself. So Iwobi will go and press. If one target very well, Onyeka will push up, and Ekong will then mop as a defensive midfielder. That's what he was doing. He allowed the second half, they did not step up. They were too deep. So anytime they get the ball, they go long. So by the time they forced that pressing, Iwobi was pressing. Lukman began to press in the second half. Osimhen himself became a beast in the second half. I was asking Osimhen in the first half. I think he must have whatever he took in the second half. More of that, please, should be given to him every other day of the week. He came in and he fought. So Ekong was that link pin. He pushed the midfielders forward and then became the midfielder anytime we are defending, anytime we are attacking. And anytime we are defending, he pushes back to the center back and draws Onyeka back. So it was like an orchestra. He was the orchestra. Even when you got the one man down, you realize when we had that one man up, we had like 4 or 5 minutes. It was one who pushed up again. He left his defensive duties. I was trying to force a goal that did not come. So when you say players, it's one thing to have a coach, and it's one thing to have players that will play with heart. Ekong is playing with his heart. There are few players from other nationalities who play for the Super Eagles and don't give 120%. He did give 100%. He always give, anytime he's on the field of play, whether even if he has a bad game. I watch him at the Olympics when he wants bronze medal. I watch him at the Nations Cup 2019 when he won the bronze medal. The guy plays with his heart. He plays with his mind. So when you have a leader who can go the extra mile, not minding how old he is, he's not the youngest player in that team, covering a lot of blades of grass. I told you earlier, he's not the fastest of players, but he plays with his head. And when the man is pushing the team and the team is following suit, he gives the whole team a base. And that's what happened in the second half. When the coach changed the game and brought in more midfielders, all he kept on doing was, there was no time. You look at it when Nigeria won the game, you can see his expression. He had lost, he couldn't run. All he did was scream and he lay flat on the ground. He was exasperated. He had run out of gas. What you saw there was an empty cruise Ekong. If you allowed him, you would have wanted them to carry him all the way to his hotel room. That's what you saw, because he gave 120% on that pitch of play. So the leader, he led by example. Kudos have to go, like I said, Kudos have to go to the whole players. As much as I will berate Alhassan Yusuf, I think he played his part marking wise, but he showed his inexperience there. He marked very well. But like I said, this level. Now, one mistake they spoil market. Make us speak book keep it small.
That's so, my brother. That's so, my brother.
One mistake. But one mistake, they spoil everything we do.
I'm telling you.
At this level, there's no room for error. There is no room for error. Hasty decision by penalty, and that goal that Nigeria had scored thrown to the gutters. So exactly. they all played their part. Pesaro, like I said, has no attacking plan for the Super Eagles. So whoever are playing, believe that Osimhen turn up, Lookman turns up, Chukwueze turns up, because we should have scored like I said, we should have scored like 2 or 3 before that penalty we considered. If Lookman had scooped that ball, he had a chance to. I don't know why is he going around the goalkeeper? What a goalkeeper like, as experienced as Ronald Williams? Why go around the goalkeeper? All they do was scoop the ball over the goalkeeper. Scoop the ball, scoop. The one there is scoop. And Nigeria would have been smiling. And before it would have been a see, if Nigeria scored that goal from Lookman, it would have been a mauling because I got to 3 because the Africa would have been demoralized. And you know with this, can get to 3, get to 4, and it would have been very convincing. And there are some shock waves to Africa and to all the 2 guys who are playing right now, Cote d'Ivoire and DR Congo. So, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. We'll see. The good thing about the mistake is that it was made and it did not turn us. You know, when you make a mistake and it costs you, it's a bad thing. But when you make a mistake and it does not cost you, you learn. I hope they have learned from the mistake heading to the finals. I hope the coach have looked at the loopholes. I will not be using our finals for experimentation. Let the boys with the experience play. Look at Cote d'Ivoire. When the Gazette was there, he was playing Kwame. He was playing Jeremy Boga. When the new coach came, what is he playing? He's playing Nicolas Pepe. Masgadi, look at where they are now in the semi-finals of the competition. And they are trying them again. Experience. This is the biggest stage in football in Africa. There is, I repeat again, there is no room for learning. It's not a learning curve. There is no room for error as well. I hope he learns that message and plays the right, put square peg in square hole, round peg in round hole. And I hope that trophy will return back to Abuja. I want to see it. I want to look at Iwobi in his eyes and say, Iwobi, finally, you have done what your uncle, JJ Okocha, have done. But we'll wait and see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like I said, one game at a time. But wow, we need to give kudos to the boys for stepping up. I love the fact that they are. See, there's one with the Super Eagles, when they press high, they force their opponent to mistakes and it gets them a lot of chances. But today, they didn't utilize any of those chances to score a goal. But I think if they keep pressing like this, anything facing the Super Eagles will suffer a lot of loss. Good game for the Super Eagles.
Yeah, I think we're getting some comment in here. I just saw a comment from Esther. Esther says the ball over. The match is over already. Nigeria have a match victory on penalties. The match ended 1-1 in 90 minutes. 90 minutes, then we went to extra time. And ended 4-2 on penalties. 4-2 on penalties. Good. 4-2. Yes. Yeah, kudos to that. Then Big Six say, "Oh, AFCON, big boy." Playing those penalties, taking those penalties was brave. That good message. Big Six, big 6 yard box. Good message from you. We need more of those messages. We are still on air. We are still talking. We love talking football. If you have known us in this channel, football is what we talk about, and that's why we go. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody is sending us a message. Happy Kema. He said he's watching from North Korea. Wow, thank you so much for sending us that message. And it's a big celebration. To know that somebody from watching us from North Korea, I think that's awesome. Okay, let's move on now. Let's go to the extra time before we come to the penalties. The extra time was made up of 30 minutes, and there were a few chances in the extra time, but also there were nerves as well. So so Nigeria have qualified for the finals. Yes, Nigeria in the finals. Esther, please. Sorry, Nigeria are in the finals of the AFCON. After 10 years of being there, Nigeria will now go on. I think it's been 10 years, 2004.
10 years.
I mean 1994,
to 2013, and now 2024.
Yeah, spot on. Just kindly, if you want to be part of the show, you can click the link there and make your comment. We'll give you that avenue to make comment one at a time if you want to make comment. But we are on air celebrating Nigeria, celebrating the heroics of Stanley Nwabali, celebrating the heroics of these players that have stand tall to ensure that the Super Eagles are in the final for the first time in 10 years since 2013. Sorry, kudos to these players. So let's look at the second half of the entire extra time. There was a lot of there were a lot of tired legs there. Sorry, a lot of tired legs in that team. Players were so tired. You can see even Victor Osimhen was substituted in the first half of that extra. That was in the second half or in the first half of the extra time. Second half at the beginning of the yes. So and Telemorphy came in. Some other players were. I think what really helped the Super Eagles was those, though they were really not good substitution, but the good substitution at first. But I think those fresh legs, Ian Acho and Co that came in, I think really helped the team to push them along, because the South Africans also were tired, but they were still burning. That's that feeling that we can get something out of this match was still burning.
I think what separated us from the South Africa is simple: is the quality. The South Africans only made 2 changes. They could look at their bench was Lepesa. When even Grant Mokwena Grant Krakana got a red card in that encounter, remember they had to take out the same substitute again, Lepesa, and bring in a defender in CBC to replace him in the centre back position. What does it tell you? There is no quality in the bench. There's no quality. If you are told to take out your sub because a player got a red card, they are subbing a sub. There's no quality. They didn't make any other change. There's no player on the bench. But Nigeria had the luxury of bringing in Terry Murphy, one of the top scorers in the French League, Kelechi Iheanacho, one of the top scorers in the Championship in the English football. They had the luxury of bringing in players of that quality. You know, they have the luxury to change Victor Osimhen, who has been a life wire in the Spikes camp throughout the tournament. So it tells you one thing: quality. And that's why I tell you, no matter how much we want to flog the boys, I listened to Austin JJ or coach and saying that the boys are good, they are stars in their own right, but they don't have the quality or the quality of what they had in that time. I agree with him. In those days, we had stars that could play against the best in the world and give them a run for their money. But these guys are stars in their own right, my brother. Terry Murphy is in League On. Kelechi Iheanacho is scoring goals. Even the club didn't want him to leave. He came, look at how he kept his nerve. Both of them scored the shot. All the players who came as substitutes all scored penalty kicks. Terry Murphy scored. Kelechi Iheanacho scored. Omeruwo scored. Online, no. Online. I will come to that very soon. I will blast him. I will blast him. You know my thought on online, no, with the way he plays football sometimes. Yeah. But first of all, I think let's be sincere. The quality of the bench showed on the extra time. Well, look, would have won that game. Look at Terry Murphy through on goal. That would have been a clear goal, but unfortunately, the guy pulled him down. He took one for the team. That was a straight red card. Thanks VAR. I think VAR have been spot on this tournament. We need to get flowers for VAR. And what CAF has done with VAR in this tournament. They've taught there's no argument. They have taught England how to use the VAR. This is how to use the VAR. This is how to use it. Spot on. That would have been a goal by Terry Murphy, but the guy said, "Oh no, I'll take one for the team. I'll pull him down, bring him down, bang." Look at Ekong when he was beaten on the counter attack. Ekong went. Ekong was almost tearing that boy's left.
Took one for the team as well.
The boy's chest was almost going down. He said, "If you're not going down, I will wrestle you down." It's WWE. He didn't let him go. That was almost a close line, you know. So I'm a bit. I'm a bit sincere. I'm quite happy with the way the boys have turned up on the day. They played a very good game. The quality showed. You know, when he brought in players on the bench, though tactically it may not be right. But the fact that they added energy to the team, you know, gave them extra legs, something the South Africa did not have. They couldn't even make changes. You see that? I look at the bench. What was the quality coming? Bench. The quality is not as strong as what? See, for you to make changes in this kind of game, you must know that the quality coming in must either be equal, more than, or just a little below. Because Hugo Bruce didn't trust his bench enough, and that's why they were quite leggy. The red card didn't help them either. Though it was late in the second extra time, but the Super Eagles were fine. If that game could have continued for another extra 10 minutes, I think Nigeria would have scored. But this football, you had to go on penalties, and the Super Eagles showed why they are one of the biggest teams in short, the giants of Africa. And that is why when we say the Super Eagles are ready for, when the Super Eagles are really ready for tournaments, you can't stop them. So kudos to the boys. I think the substitute, what I picked out from the sometimes the quality we have in the team and the energy we got from the bench. Imagine a bench that did not, this guy could not play. Musa was there sitting on the bench. A bench that has Paul Onwachu sitting on the bench. one of the top scorer in Turkey at the moment. So it tells a lot of things. The quality there is something you cannot argue with. So, fortunately for Pesero, he's blessed with so much talent at his disposal.
Okay, guys, kindly subscribe. I can see a lot of us sending in comments, and Olu Fashion, sorry for Olu Funsho Ayo say that why was it wrong tactically? I think and also I've said it. There were a lot of tactical misses in that first half, because we allowed the South Africans dictate the tone of play, going long, playing those balls behind the defense for the likes of Besitao and the other striker that almost scored was Makopa. I think it was spot on, and it was corrected in the second half, and that was why we were able to still move on. Let's come to the penalties now. You can criticize online, you know. You can say every other thing. Okay, Samuel, hold on. Samuel was saying that, please, I would have loved it if the coach put inexperienced players and the final and the final congratulations to the Super Eagles and Nigeria. Okay, I think we have experienced players in that team. We have those experienced players from Victor Osimhen. One thing I want to let you audience know out there, our viewers know out there, is that Super Eagles team we've seen. I think it's a team that is full of leadership, and that's what have taken us so far in this tournament. You can see Osimhen leading the lines, not just him wanting to score, also providing for the likes of Ademola Lookman, Chukwueze, and Moses Simon. You can see in the midfield, in the absence of the Leicester midfielder, in his absence, you can see that Frank Onyeka took up that leadership.
The tank.
Yes, the tank. He took up the leadership. He took up that leadership and ensured that the midfield was sealed. To let me use the word 99.9% sealed. Kudos to him. In the defense, I don't need to mention my honorable captain or our honorable captain, Truls Ekon. He has been in mess. I think he has led that defense and led the team from start to finish. Kudos to him. You remember that if you look at our first show, we remember that we were having argument that why having these issues? Why is the manager having these issues with Truls Ekon? Now, this is why I think Truls Ekon has saved him a lot. If he doesn't know, Truls Ekon has saved him his job. Even after the Nations Cup, I think he will still be there. Whether anything that happens in the final or not.
He has reached his ultimatum now. The target was get to the final. He has gotten there already. The target to the final. That's the target now. So that's the final.
That is just it. So the sport bishop. Let's go to the penalties. First penalty.
Yeah. I start with Olai.
Was taken by
before you go
to Olai, you know. Before you go to Olai,
okay.
Hold on, because I know you have some harsh words for him. But I think
absolutely
the first penalty was taken by the Super Eagles. I think who took that penalty?
Karim Murphy.
Okay, hold on. I think update from the second is still 0-0 in the second semi-final. Ivory Coast against they're in halftime now. The break, so it's still 0-0. Let's look at what we have in this match. Okay, it's 6 it's 6 shots. Funny enough, it's 6 shots to Ivory Coast. Coming. It's 6 shots to Ivory Coast. 3 shots to DR Congo, and also Ivory Coast has no shot on goal. That's the most. This team keeps surprising me. They have no shot on goal.
They are terrible, but they will find a way to win. I've told you before. How can you be terrible at winning?
Let's see how the match goes on. In terms of possession, the Ivorians have the possession as usual, but they don't do anything with the possession always. So let's go back to Nigeria. To Nigeria. Okay, we'll have somebody join us now. John should join us. I think John will join us. Hold on, let me see if I can put John on the line. Let him join us on Fancy Football quickly. John is one of our in-house analysts. He wants to join us on Fancy Football so that we can. Okay, John will join us very soon. Okay, let's go to the penalties now. Okay, let me allow you to have a free ride on.
Okay, let's start from online now. I think there's a play with online now that we need to work out. The guy can be very casual.
Yeah.
As much as the fact that he's so lean back makes his football so easy to the eye. The way he controls the ball, the way he carries the ball, the way he moves the ball can be very exciting when he plays with so much ease. But sometimes you need to put some pressure. The guy is too relaxed. He takes life so easy, so super easy. You know, life doesn't bother him. Football doesn't bother him. He just plays, and when he plays, it's done. Look at that penalty. So casual. He sent the ball the wrong way, and then he played the blaze over the bar. Why going for the roofing? Why going for the roof? Why going for the spectacular? Why going for the audacious? Why not keep it simple like Mero? Roll the ball into the net. It all counts. If he hits the roof, I know what they'll say is a roofing. Does he add a star point to the goal? You have sent the ball the wrong way. Roll the ball on the ground. You don't have to make it so that the net will shake. I know, but that's a powerful penalty. What? They will not go back. But they will not say, no, goalkeeper is saving that. You don't care. Let goalkeeper be able to save it. Let the ball be in the back of the net. The goal by Truth AFCON in the 90th minute was under the goalkeeper. They don't care whether the goalkeeper say nobody is saving that. But he said Nigeria lead by a goal to nil. Penalty is all about effectiveness and efficiency. I think he's too relaxed. And I think the coach, see, he's a very penalty taker. I've watched him play penalty taker. You can see from the map during the game, he has only missed once. So I was even confident why he was going to take the penalties. My problem was the fact that
it was always the first time. That was always the first time.
My problem was that it was too lean backs. It was too lean. You can see the fact he was even going there. The way he was even looking at the ball, he was smiling. He was too relaxed. You know, and it cost us that. But apart from that, I think the penalty takers, come on, look at Terry Murphy. He showed why he's the number one penalty taker in Nice. He sent the wrong way, patched the ball in the middle. Wow, penalty. That is exquisite. That is heavenly. I'm closing my eye because I'm trying to picture that penalty Omero played again. Now when the commander was screaming, I said, I don't care what the commander is saying. He has not jogged enough. He has played the penalty. He has scored. They said Ruben Williams is the first goalkeeper to have kept 4 penalties in a FIFA approved organized competition. Boy, oh boy, he was a ball watcher. I don't think he followed any of the ball. Wow, goalkeeper followed all the ball but missed only one. What they did was send goalkeeper the wrong way and roll the ball the other way. Simple. They were very composed. There were no pressure. They didn't allow the pressure to get to them. They were calm, cool, and collected. And like I told you during the preview, that the players practiced on shooting and penalties. I said they kept on practicing penalties, knowing that he could get to this point from the quarterfinal stage. Not even out of stage, from the quarterfinal stage, and practicing penalty. He could get to this point. And the coach was not Person was not even scared. He knew who was going to play. And that's why I was making the substitute. I was bringing them in slowly but surely. When he brought in Terry Murphy, I thought it was now I realized it was not even tactical. It was all the players he brought in were all penalty takers. Check it. Nobody brought it did not play penalty. Everybody brought it play penalty. So there was only tactical. He took it Osimhen out in the second extra time. It was not tactical. It was just the fact that his man was really preparing for penalties. The same thing with Omero. Last minute was penalties. Excuse me, who was the other person that played again that scored? Erancho, when he brought him with Terry Murphy alongside. It was not because of the fact that he wanted to remove Lukman. Lukman was playing very well because it was penalties. And everybody he brought from the bench all scored. They were calm, they were collected. They knew they knew their role. They knew they were brought in for penalties. And all of them duly delivered. They were calm, cool, and bang on the money. And I tell you, that's how they take a penalty, except for Lino, who went for the superlative. Wanted to make it look so
spectacular.
So that Lino scored the best penalty in the shootout.
Okay, how was Nwabali's performance in the penalty shootout? How do you describe it? How would you describe it?
I don't care what the guy followed all the penalties. Missed only one, and that one was very close. Saved from Mokwena. I think that was the biggest save for me. That was the biggest save. Saving from Mokwena was the biggest save for me. Went there, dived, and parried the ball with so much swagger. Bim! That's how to save a penalty. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. Sincerely, I'm really happy for him. I think he has proven why Nigeria. We now know why the coaching staff of the Super Eagles and of course the NFF have been looking out for the ball playing in Chippa United in South Africa. He will stay there for so long a time. I think he was composed. He was not erratic. You know, when they get penalties, they're very erratic. Emma was very erratic on penalties at the earlier stage of his career. There was no. It was never saving one. We already know that he was never going to save one. Just like Edward Mendy is always erratic on penalties. Edward Mendy saves the penalty by luck. Even last time they won the AFCON was by luck. You know what I mean? So the goalkeepers were never good on penalties. And even no matter how much you practice, they're not good on it. But he showed composure, and he showed the fact that he was willing to take risk. He took the risk, and he saved took a penalty. Good one for him. And like I said, Julie, he's the man of the match because he was fantastic in goal for Nigeria against South Africa.
Okay, tell us why was the second goal cancelled, and why was the penalty? Because somebody's asking, please, can we why was the second goal disallowed?
It's very simple. Build up to that goal, and before the counter attack, there was an attack by South Africa, and of course, Al Hassan Yusuf was late on his challenge, and so hit the shin, the back of the foot of Pesitao in the 18-yard box. He led to a counter attack from Adema Lukman, who moved the ball, got the ball to Bright Osei Samuel, and who square played the ball for Victor Osimhen to score for 2-0. Yes, it was 2-0, but VR will check every goal. So going back to that challenge in the box, VR checked everything. Bright Osei Samuel was onside, the pass was onside, Victor Osimhen was onside, but there was a challenge in the box, which was a penalty. So VR called for a penalty, called for the referee to look into the penalty. The referee looked at it, saw the contact, penalty, automatically cancels the goal that came after the penalty. So no goal, penalty. Mokoena played, Mokoena scored 1-1. Simple as that.
Spot on. The sport Bishop. Spot on. I just hope that Nigeria as a whole, as a country, will get behind this team and sojourn to the final, because I think we have an excellent record when it comes to the finals. This is our 15th semi-finals that we've played, and we also have
19 attempts. 15 in
19 attempts. We have the record.
19 attempts.
19 attempts. So we have the record when it comes to African football in the semi-final. We also want to boost that record, our final record. We also in 1984. We went on to that final. We won it in 2000. Yes, in 1994, the same thing. We went on to that final, and we won it. And along the way in that final, we also played a very stubborn Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
a very stubborn Ivorian team, which we beat in the semi-finals, or was in the semi-final or the quarterfinal, surging into that final. So we have a whole lot of history behind us, and other teams have a whole lot of history behind them too. But let's see what will happen. We have to support our team. We have to. Please, kindly vote for your man of the match, please. Kindly send us your man of the match for this match. For those of us that have won the match, kindly send us your man of the match, from the goalkeeper to Victor Osimhen up front. Tell us who your man of the match is at the end of the day.
The tank. Don't forget the tank. He's a contender.
The tank also is a contender. Very, very. It's much more there on top. It's much more there. So send us your man of the match. To our viewers, we'll be back here on Saturday. On Saturday morning, because we would love to have a morning show. We're back here on Saturday morning to look at the preview of that final. This will be a special preview for the AFCON finals that will feature Nigeria or either one of Ivory Coast or DR Congo. So I think any of the team that comes up, just beat the team. You can only beat what is in front of you. I know, and that's yes. You only beat any of those teams that comes up. Just beat the team. We are coming to the end of the show. Final thought, Bishop. Final thought. Can you hear me?
I think Nigeria should savor the moment. They should enjoy the moment. It's a big victory. They should celebrate throughout. I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said, can you hear me? Can I go ahead?
I hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Super Eagles should enjoy the moment. They should savor the moment, celebrate throughout the night. Halftime chit chat, and let the celebration sink in, let the excitement sink in. But after tonight, bang on, back focused on the trophy. It is automatically the final. The goal is the cup. You're not there yet. Yeah. It's just one more match to the promised land. So it's doable. Focus ready. Back on focus is on the try to. We celebrate throughout the night, but by tomorrow morning they should clear their heads and begin to focus on the final. But what a performance by the lad! What a tournament it has been for the Super Eagles. In 6 games they have considered only twice. That is exciting. That is exciting. The backline has been solid. The defense have been solid, and I can tell you, you cannot ask for a better, tournament like this. So they should enjoy the moment, and enjoy the sport moment, and focus ready for either DR Congo or Cote d'Ivoire. Either way, like I always tell you, the Super Eagles are bringing it home. Let's get it back home, and that is the target for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah, let's bring it back home for the. You saw in this period we are in the country. I think the only thing that can unite us is bringing that trophy back home and seeing.
Let's do it again with the mantra. I was not a believer. I was not a believer when that mantra came out. I was not a believer. Pensero found a style that worked, and now I am a believer. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I said from the round of 16. I said from the round of 16. Now I can tell you that surely let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Okay, to our viewers out there, thank you for subscribing to Fancy Football. Please keep watching our videos. We'll bring more videos out there. I think more shows are coming up, but we've told you more shows from Nigeria Professional Football League, which will be commencing at the end of this month, to the top 5 European leagues I will be looking at, and the Champions League as well. So thank you so much for being with us on Fancy Football. We'll see you on Saturday. But meanwhile, some of our videos will be reading out those videos. The transfer videos will be coming up. Hopefully, I think we'll have a live transfer show. Though we are in season, but I think we'll be having some transfer show as we continue to progress. We'll tell you the players that will be going out from clubs in the summer, in the European summer, and also give you updates on the Nigeria Professional Football League's players that are in and out as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, the Sport Bishop. And thank you everybody for making. I think you guys have made our day on Fancy Football. We had close to 300 people watching us on this channel today. 300 at a go. Thank you so much for watching us. Subscribe to Fancy Football, please. If you are on this channel, subscribe. As you are watching us, subscribe, please. Take us and like our videos, please. Like our videos. Take us to close to 20 likes. Subscribe. Take us to 1,000, please, because we are gradually going to 1,000 subscribers, please. Take us there, please. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch up with you next time when we are on live on Saturday to preview that match between Nigeria and either of Ivory Coast or yeah. Thank you so much. Like I always say, I say gracias.